Hi, a very great welcome to all those who are watching this video. I think the university exams, they're very near, I think, and all of you might be searching about a particular video that can help you exactly what you want to know about your exam. Basically, it is a kind of curiosity that maybe a curiosity is not a good word to say. Basically, I think you all are looking for a good suggestion, a good guidance. You want to know like how you have to prepare for the exams exactly. So this is something like the last year student, those who gave the MCQ pattern examination for the first time, they're already aware about how they have prepared for the things. So the reason why I'm making this video on a very short notice is I'm constantly getting a request from my subscribers, from my juniors, from my college juniors again and again to share them and guide like how I prepared for my exams. It was a kind of first time that we appeared for a kind of MCQ pattern examination. It was a complete 3 day single day paper that were held, like entire paper was held in a single day itself. So we prepared according to that and everything was in that manner only. So I think you all have a good time, at least 1 month is there and you can have a good preparation on your exams. So why I have mentioned like a complete discussion in a single video will be there, like how you have to prepare for your examination. You don't have to go and search for 10 different resources. You don't have to do that. Basically, when you start preparing for your theoretical concept, I know maximum of the student what they do is they study the things. Okay, they have a good idea of something and they write whatever. Suppose if something has been asked, they write sometimes the relevant of what has been asked rather than writing the exact what is required. So it is a kind of examination or a pattern that is not going to work on that basis. Here what you have to do is you should be known about the topic. You should be aware like what you have studied. You should know the summary of what you have learned. The important points should be all time noticed. So it is not always that I would recommend you to go for 10 different books. No, I won't recommend you to go for 10 different books at a time because time is very less. It is only being about 1 month. Truly, to be very frank, I think it is only 1 month and you have to prepare a lot many things. So you need to be systematic. This is the time you need to make be systematic, discipline, and be concentrated on what is required. You have to do not do the hard work. You have to do the smart work. So basically, what I'll be doing is I'll try to just give one video after the other, uh, covering all the topic and section from where I have researched. Because when I was studying, I think only 20 days were left, and we prepared in a manner that one after the other, it was I was searching for the resources which are exactly fruitful. So I think for my examination I have done more than 300 plus searches, and then I prepared my things according to the topic, everything here there, looking on the books. And I think after that, when I appeared in the paper, I realized like what the things I have studied, what is present there and what is not there, what I missed and what I just had a look, but I thought it was not a part of the topic or something. So that section also I'll try to cover it in a video. The reason why I'll try to make a video on those question is there can be multiple videos that that can be present at different resources. And I'm not saying that are wrong, but sometimes there are some wrong answers or something that is creating a problem. So it's better that you be confined and search on the things. If you find something to be on the point of confusion, go through, find the things, and don't be only dependent on any of the resources. Because the examination pattern, anything that is going to have 70 to 100 question depending upon the final year or third year or whatever year you are, if the exams are going to be conducted for the third year itself. So what is the criteria and everything I will discuss further. So that was my only interest. You should be confined on like work smartly. So the next slide that I'll be discussing will be a complete, a kind of, yeah, I think a next slide will be there. Okay, this slide. So here, what to study, how to learn the topics, how to the time division of subjects, resources to be followed. I think it is a big question mark that maybe in the mind of every student, the student who is watching this video, or maybe a tutor who is watching this video to, because those students, those who have appeared, they know very well experience. So I think whatever I learned from the different sources, I know what were the things that I followed and how it worked for me, and what were the things that could have been prepared much better. So what to study is something that I'll be just going through my videos, and everything you can brought up in the discussion on the comment section. Next is how to study. So how to study is you have to divide your time. Basically, suppose if there are final year student may have 3 or 4 subjects, so you have to be particular because days are very less. So you have to be particular. Okay, if you are bringing 3 hours for that, 1 hour for that, so if you're reading something, just try to memorize that thing and not just do the rectification. I'm using the word kind of rectification. Don't do that. It is not going to work. You have to be clear with the concept of what you are doing. And next is how to learn the topic. So, it is MCQ, it is not a topic based exam. So, whenever you'll be learning, you cannot just learn that question and answer, because options can be keep on changing and you have to be remembered with what is the answer of that. Because you can try to learn the answers for 50 questions, 60 questions, 70 question. No, for a single paper, if 70 question is going to come, you are not sure that 70 is going to what you have read. No, for that 70 at least you have to go through 700, 800,000, 1200, 15 MCQ. You have to go through those things and keep on the things will be coming on the repeating, but you have, and this MCQ is really going to make you clear with in depth of each and every topic. So this is a very good thing. Okay. Next is how to do time division for the subjects. Basically, that's what I mentioned earlier. You have to divide your time on the basis of your subject of interest. Data compression was the subject. I think the maximum of interest my was there in my final year. I used to find the maximum of my interest in data compression. So I used to spend a lot of time. So I started preparing on this particular topic on the very early, because this is a particular subject of like all the subject like machine learning, image processing. They were all of my interest, but data compression, I think I found it to be much interesting. Lot many things were there. So that was the my perspective. So in the same way, you can have your perspective, like what you are liking. According to that, you can decide, and the basis of your interest, time, everything you can divide. Next is resource to be followed. Resource to be followed is, follow something which you think it is good and correct. Don't have a blind faith or believe on anything that is coming. No, you may find maybe I don't know, there used to be something a kind of publication kind of thing that student used to follow for their exams when it used to be theory exam, but I never followed, so I'm not exactly aware like what other resources or materials are present. Always try to believe on your self notes what you are, maximum of the resources, because anything that people that if they're bringing a last moment kind of resources, it is not like that is the correct, and you should be not be have the ultimatum of that you're only going to blindly follow those things. No, so it's always better to listen to someone who has that given that exam recently. Like just ask to your teacher, ask to your seniors, follow the video. I think this is complete a video on the request of my juniors only. So I think it will be useful for them. Okay, so next is question paper pattern. So basically last year when we were in the final year, there were 70 questions that we had and we got an OMR sheet. Okay, in that way you or people also will be getting in the final year student. If it is a 70 marks question, I think 70 question will be there. If it is a 100 marks question, maybe 100 question are there, or maybe 70 question. It will totally depend upon the university. I think they will be defining the criteria for that. In our time, all the question were of single marks. There were question related to all the topics, all the fields. So it was a quite covering, it will be covering all the topics, so you have to be prepared. And not basically sometimes it is not only be you may think like this is not a part of the topic, so I should not go. Basically this will happen mostly in the machine learning, that you will see though, no, no, this is not a part of my syllabus, I think this is not the topic. So no, that is not going to the way. I think in our time in the machine learning paper, big data question were also there, some data analytics question were also there, but because this is also a part of the machine learning thing, the concept is being utilized there. It cannot be particularly that a basic of machine learning can be only asked in that paper, so that cannot be a way. Other is number of question I discussed, marks I discussed. And last thing, this is a video where I just try to took the initiative for this one. So I may not have covered all the questions that you want me to cover exactly. So that can be a reason, but what you can do is you can put that thing, entire thing in the comment section. And what I can do is I can brought up those 10, 12, 50 question, and I can try to answer each and every doubt of yours. Along with that, I'll just try to make videos with all the topics that we're covering, with the same resources, with the same research, so that it can be easy for them. So you don't have to just put the time by searching and researching on the question which can come in your exam. No. So do one thing, follow the video that will be coming in coming days. I'll try to upload it every day possibly. And try to learn the theoretical part. So what will happen when you will study the MCQ part here from the video, and when you will see your theory will help you to clear your concept. And when you will study the entire theory in the day and the night, just take out the video, go through the video, and found how many you are able to answer. So this should be the way. First try to answer yourself. Okay. And if you're not able to answer, then try to learn and memorize it. You cannot just put in your mind and move on. No, you have to keep on memorizing the things. So that is the only way. Okay. So I think it is all for now, and I'll be waiting for you all to just put a comment on this, and we can just move ahead with our learning session so that you all can have a great exam. Thank you.